No.
Gerard, I've got to worry. 2GB, now I used to work there, Sydney radio station. Now it's probably the main radio station in Australia for having conservatives on air. The ABC hasn't got one, of course, as you know. But then Channel 9 took it over. Leftist groups attacked 2GB advertisers, particularly Alan Jones's, and now gone from 2GB are Alan Jones, my former colleague Steve Price and Ross Greenwood. I think we can safely say, basically right of centre, all of them. Now, that's not necessarily all as a result of these campaigns against them, but replacing them have been advertiser-friendly, no offence TV people who aren't necessarily conservative at all, like Jim Wilson, for instance, nice bloke, Deborah Knight, nice woman, but
nice
not
guy.
conservatives. What's the big picture here?
Well, the ABC often says that it's Australia's most trusted news source, but if you look at radio, 2GB in Sydney and 3AW in Melbourne constantly outrate ABC radio. A lot of people listen to it because they want to hear presenters who are on it. Now, what's happening is that it's not the 9 is not dumbing down 2GB, but it is softening it, and so you're replacing a number of right of centre people, some conservative people, with presenters who have no and firm opinions. Now, whether people will still want to go and listen to that program, those programs, we don't know, because the ratings won't be out for some time where we can make this assessment. But what it does show is that a number of conservative voices have now left 2GB and haven't been replaced by equally conservative voices. Now, you've got a situation where the ABC, as you mentioned, is a conservative-free zone without a prominent conservative on any prominent programs. And now you've got a situation where what was a popular commercial radio for outlet for news and current affairs is softening its approach. Now, this is again, it just narrows further the debate in Australia and further squeezes out conservative voices. Many of these conservative voices have already been deplatformed by the ABC, and they just don't get invited on the programs. There's no black book of people who are banned. They just don't get invitations, which is why so many ABC panels, everyone agrees with everyone else in a left of centre kind of way.
Well, I think this is why left-wing groups are so furious with Murdoch media, because it's about the last organisation that will employ prominent conservatives, not wall-to-wall. It's just quite extraordinary to me. You can't find an on-staff conservative columnist at The Age, Sydney Morning Herald, the paper's owned by 9. And I think this is a real worry.